How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation mid-year deal sale is running from now until July 1st, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $5, 75% off, Dishonored Definitive Edition is a stealth action adventure from Arcane Studios, where you play supernatural assassin Corvo Attano seeking revenge in the plague-ridden city of Dunwall. With flexible combat that blends supernatural abilities, weapons, and gadgets, plus all-included DLC like Dunwall City Trials and story expansions starring Dodd, it offers a complete and highly replayable immersive sim experience. It's an 89 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Bionic Bay is a sci-fi platformer where a scientist uses a unique teleportation device to escape an ancient biomechanical world filled with deadly traps and inventive technology. You'll manipulate gravity, swap positions with objects and enemies, and master a realistic physics system while navigating intricate levels rendered in high-density pixel art with atmospheric sound design, creating a tense, thrilling, and immersive experience. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, The Evil Within is a pure survival horror experience from Shinji Mikami that throws you into a nightmarish world of grotesque creatures, psychological terror, relentless dread, and shifting, unstable realities. With tightly crafted environments, scarce resources that force careful decision-making, terrifying enemy encounters, and a disturbing story blending action with relentless tension, it delivers a punishing and atmospheric descent into madness. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Wolfenstein The New Order is an alternate history first-person shooter set in 1960s Europe, where a ruthless regime uses advanced technology to dominate the globe and only super soldier BJ Blazkowicz can rewrite history. With elite combat tactics, an arsenal of advanced weaponry, resistance missions, and battles against massive mechs and unstoppable super soldiers, it delivers an intense campaign of global-scale warfare. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Star Wars Battlefront Ultimate Edition lets fans fully immerse themselves in epic, large-scale, and visually stunning battles across the galaxy, offering everything from the base game to the complete season pass with 4 expansion packs, exclusive emotes, and bonus content. Play as Rebels or Imperials, wield iconic weapons, and take part in massive multiplayer skirmishes set on legendary planets from the Star Wars universe. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off, Dying Light Essentials Edition is a first-person zombie survival game where you traverse an infected city using parkour, scavenge for supplies, and make tense choices between duty and saving survivors. Fight creatively with weapons, environmental traps, and unique abilities, while the day-night cycle transforms you from hunter to hunted as threats grow deadlier and more unpredictable after sundown. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Wolfenstein The Old Blood is a standalone prequel to the critically acclaimed first-person action-adventure shooter Wolfenstein The New Order, delivering a thrilling, story-driven, and intense combat experience. Spanning 8 chapters and 2 interconnected stories, it features the hallmarks of machine games: high-octane action, immersive storytelling, cinematic set pieces, and brutal first-person combat. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5, 50% off, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain is a gothic action-adventure set in a vampire-ruled fantasy world steeped in murder, magic, and revenge, with a brooding tone and oppressive atmosphere. You play as Kain, exploring a vast open world filled with brutal combat, spellcasting, and meaningful moral choices, all driven by an engrossing narrative brought to life through cinema-quality voice acting and atmospheric presentation. It's an 82 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition is an open-world action-adventure set between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, where you play as a ranger bound with the Wraith of Celebrimbor, seeking vengeance against the forces of Sauron. This edition includes the Lord of the Hunt and the Bright Lord story expansions, adding new abilities, beast hunts, epic battles, and deeper lore that expands the mythos of Middle-earth. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle is a chaotic rhythm adventure where you keep the beat while tackling absurd co-op puzzles, throwing beans into summoning rituals, shutting down a giant eggplant DJ, and covering tiny meat people in gravy, all against the unhinged King Ferdinand. Play solo or with up to 3 friends across over 30 tracks spanning rock, hip-hop, and dubstep, with flexible button modes making it accessible regardless of rhythm game experience. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off. Chorus is a space combat shooter that puts you in control of Lara, a pilot seeking to destroy the dark cult that created her, with the sentient starfighter Forsaken at her side. Unlock devastating weapons, mind-bending abilities, and powerful upgrades as you engage in exhilarating zero-G dogfights across sprawling space stations and strange planes of existence, blending frenetic combat with vast cosmic exploration. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $2, 80% off. Bulb Boy is an award-winning horror adventure inspired by Machinarium and goblins, following a young boy with a glowing bulb for a head who wakes one gloomy night to find his home overrun by horrid monsters and his family missing. Solve twisted puzzles, defeat wicked creatures, and uncover Bulb Boy's unique abilities as you fight to rescue your grandpa Raffin and Moth Dog from the darkness. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $3, 80% off. God's Trigger is a fast-paced, top-down action shooter where an angel and a demon join forces to prevent the apocalypse in chaotic, visually striking arenas filled with destructible environments and enemy hordes. Play solo or in co-op, dodging attacks and wielding a vast arsenal of guns, melee weapons, and unique abilities to annihilate foes in over-the-top, stylish combat that rewards speed, precision, and creativity. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $2, 90% off. Hard West Ultimate Edition is a dark, supernatural turn-based strategy game set in a twisted Wild West, where vengeance, chaos, and dark magic reign. Follow Warren on his descent into the darkest corners of the human soul, battling through 8 story-driven scenarios and 40 meticulously designed turn-based fights, making brutal decisions that shape his fate and testing your tactical skill in every encounter. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $2, 86% off. Adventures of Chris is a 90s-inspired platformer following a chubby kid with wacky superpowers as he travels the globe fighting bizarre villains, samurai cats, cyborg penguins, whiny vampires, after being kidnapped and turned into a balloon by cartoon baddies. Explore 9 locations in any order, customize special moves and spells, and tackle 2 bonus modes including a tougher mean mode and full developer commentary track. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $2, 90% off. Relicta is a first-person physics-based puzzle game where you manipulate gravity and magnetism to uncover the secrets of Chandra Base, a derelict lunar facility full of hazards, hidden areas, and anomalies. Step into the role of a stranded physicist, using problem-solving to navigate complex environments, solve challenging puzzles, and uncover truths that could save your child's life while potentially altering humanity's future. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $4, 75% off. Save Me Mr Tako Definitive Edition is a charming, retro-inspired action platformer where you guide a pacifist octopus, gifted with the power to breathe on land, through a heartfelt quest to end the war between humans and octopuses. You'll spit ink to immobilize enemies and turn them into platforms, explore 16 different dungeons across 6 worlds with over 50 levels, and collect 50 unique hats that grant special abilities. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $5, 50% off. Jak and Daxter, The Precursor Legacy is a colorful 3D platformer about 2 unlikely heroes who leave their quiet island home after a disastrous experiment changes their lives forever. You explore a seamless fantasy world filled with buried regions, collect power cells, and uncover the mystery of eco while platforming across cliffs, battling hostile creatures, and solving environmental challenges tied to ancient technology. It's a 90 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4, 80% off. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle is a flashy 2D crossover fighting game that unites characters from BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena, Under Night In-Birth, and Ruby in explosive 2v2 battles. Pick your dream tag team and dive into fast-paced matches featuring active switch mechanics, stylish auto combos, and sharp arc system work sprite work that keeps every round chaotic, strategic, and highly competitive both online and offline. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4, 90% off, One Piece Unlimited World Red Deluxe Edition is an action-adventure spin-off that follows the Straw Hat Pirates through the Island of Promises storyline. You freely explore Transtown, take on exciting side quests from its residents, and battle enemies as Luffy, Zoro, and other crew members, while facing challenging bosses like Rob Lucci and Caesar Clown, with new characters Pato and Red Count designed by Eiichiro Oda. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Disney Classic Games Aladdin and the Lion King brings two beloved Disney platformers back to modern consoles, letting you relive the magic of Aladdin and Simba's adventures with updated features and accessibility. You can play multiple versions from across the years, instantly rewind tricky sections, save progress anytime, and explore interactive playthroughs while enjoying behind-the-scenes museum content. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $4, 70% off, Bloody Zombies is a co-op brawler for up to 4 players, where you battle a terrifying undead plague across the ruins of iconic London streets and landmarks using free-form combat with chainable combos and unlockable abilities. Choose from 4 characters with customizable skill sets, adapt your tactics to a diverse horde of mutated zombies, and experience a unique overhead VR viewpoint for those playing in PlayStation VR. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $2, 85% off, Kona is a survival adventure game set in a remote, snow-covered northern Canadian village in 1970, where players assume the role of Detective Carl Faubert, investigating strange occurrences and dark secrets. Explore a hauntingly desolate environment, collect clues, solve puzzles, and endure harsh blizzards while experiencing a suspenseful story full of eerie encounters, unexpected twists, and tense atmosphere. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4, 85% off, Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris and Season Pass Pack is an isometric action-adventure that blends fast-paced combat, puzzle-solving, and cooperative exploration in an ancient Egyptian setting with thrilling encounters. The Season Pass adds the Icy Death and Twisted Gears packs, introducing new tombs, enemies, relics, and challenges that expand the adventure with fresh mechanics and replay value. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $3, 65% off, Star Wars Racer Revenge is a high-speed racing game where you pilot pod racers at blistering speeds across 5 worlds, fighting to claim victory in the legendary Boonta Eve Classic. Race against 18 aggressive opponents with supercharged AI, smash rivals in a twisted wreckage, and navigate 13 hair-raising courses while mastering tight controls, intense boosts, and hazardous terrain. It's a 76 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.